Alrighty, so last time I said if the Xenoblade X video got 10,000 likes, I would do a video on Xenoblade Chronicles 1. Well, okay then. Oh, don't worry. I'm not gonna have you endure the pain of having to look at these horrible nightmare faces again. Because thankfully, Nintendo and Monolith have made a definitive edition for the Switch. They look good. Like really, really good. So Xenoblade Chronicles released on the Wii in 2010, now remastered for the Switch, where they redid all the visuals with the Xenoblade 2 art style, but kept all the voice lines the same. Yep, all of them.
Dixon.
So the game starts off with these two absolute mad lads having a cheeky go at each other, but don't worry about that. It's time to focus on the bacteria of said big boy. Yes, the humans, or better called, Homs. So in a great setup for a game, the two titans were fighting each other until frozen in time. And now the humans who live on the Bionis and the mechs on the Mechonis have been locked in a war, where we then see these three handsome chaps. Duncan, Mumka, and
Dixon.
Duncan has the trademark Monado blade with the awesome power of cutting through metal. Oh my goodness, it's 5,000 degrees Celsius and it's cutting through metal. However, the Mechon are too strong and advance. Mumka, revealing his traitorous nature, runs away, leaving the others behind. But I guess a quick spoonful of karma, showing him dying to the Mechon. What a way to go out. And we cut to a year later, with British boy number 1, named Shulk. And he's enjoying the British countryside. Wait, much better. And he's getting real excited for the scrap metal.
Huh? An M69!
But oh no, the scrap comes alive. And British boy number 2 comes to help, named Rhine.
Jeez. It's not a Mechon. It's just a crap. When it's down, use your arts to finish it off.
So Shulk and Rhine live on Colony 9, on the foot of the Bionis, a secluded area where nothing much really happens, although they still have an active military, just in case the Mechon attack.
You idiots! What the hell are you playing at?
Uh-oh. The Colonel's gonna explode.
Crash!
Yeah, this is easily best boy.
The mobile...
Also, I don't know why I tried to stop him, but Shulk just refused to wear a shirt. I know, Homs are so weird. So he heads over to Dixon's, the 1970s adult movie star. I mean, come on, with that name and looks, you ain't fooling anyone, mate. And in his lab lays the Monado blade, where we cut to a flashback after the earlier battle.
Listen, Shulk.
Yes?
Fiora.
And with those bewildering words, he leaves the Monado to Shulk, a weapon so powerful he could only use it at the cost of his right hand. I'll say this is Fiora, or Peppa Pig, I don't know how British people work.
Don't be silly.
She's Duncan's sister. Yeah, I don't see the resemblance. So Fiora and Shulk have a kind of a lovey-dovey thing, will they, won't they relationship, and people such as Duncan are like, come on Shulk, hurry up and marry my sister. I mean, it's pretty obvious she likes Shulk, with the amazing food she makes for him.
This is great. It tastes so good. It's always delicious, but today it's amazing.
You know, Shulk, I hope every day can be like this, always.
Oh, what's this? A giant flag? Ah, it's not important. But the two head back to Dixon's lab, where Ryan does something naughty.
Nia, I love you too.
No, not that. He's grabbing the Monado. And so Fiora died, Shulk spiraling into depression, his waifu gone forever. Or not, but don't lie, you Melia fans would be happy at that. No, the Monado, being the big brain magical sword it is, does not cut through Homs. Kinda ruins the guarantee on the box though. Anywho, Ryan is like, oi, ignore my bad British accent, but old Squaretash is telling us to get the ether cylinders for the mobile artillery unit that crashed into the row of houses. So the three head into the cave to fill up on ether, but at that place get attacked by these weird machines. Not really Mechon. I mean, it would be pretty dumb having the Mechon come all the way over here just to invade us. Oh no, the Mechon are here! And with them is this creepy, disgusting thing, oh my goodness! The Mechon. It has a face! And it obliterates the artillery, killing the Colonel. The trio, angry at the loss of Best Boy, chase after it but are surrounded. Ryan and Shulk tell Fiora to get the heck out of there while they distract the mechs.
Shulk won't get a scratch.
Okay, I believe you.
But like our swords, they do nothing against the tough metal?
Yeah! Rhyme time!
And when all hope is lost. Yes, Duncan, literally one-handing a Monado,
The Monado.
somehow saves the day, and your machines are so weak.
Sorry I kept you waiting.
We are invincible. Nothing can go wrong. And Shulk, seeing the sword, goes to grab it and enters into a slow mode phase where he sees visions of what will happen, allowing him to dodge the attacks. Boy, this sure ain't broken. Shulk is invincible now. I mean, even with that Mechon with a face, he doesn't stand a chance. Wait, why isn't the Monado cutting through him? Isn't he made of metal? And Fiora, where did you come from, and...
Fiora!
Wait, I was joking before. I didn't mean it. Oh no. And the Mechon flies off, leaving the town shattered. Fiora gone forever. Shulk gets consoled through Ryan and Duncan, the latter saying, "Don't cry, Shulk." Shulk, after a box of tissues, says how he'll get revenge on the Mechon for destroying the village and taking Fiora's life away.
I will find that Mechon. Find it and destroy it. Destroy them all. In my head, there are two versions of me.
And it cuts to the two leaving the village on a bro quest for revenge. Then we get a flashback showing an expedition in the snow where Dixon found Shulk 14 years ago curled up near the Monado. Don't worry. Anyway, I guess with the big open Bionis to explore, I should actually talk a bit about the gameplay. And firstly, yes, it's my favorite from Xenoblade, with it being a better version of the one from Xenoblade X. Secondly, it's explained to you so much easier than Xenoblade 2, especially with the tutorials. And thirdly, the side quests. Okay, so like you talk to characters with exclamation marks and they give you quests, but you kinda realize, oh wait, these are just fetch quests. And so eventually the gameplay boils down to then running to wherever the map tells you to go, which kinda made me not care about the quest that much. I felt the journey was more linear compared to the other Xenoblades, as in Shulk's goal for revenge. It felt kinda weird going back and running around and exploring. Was that just me? No. Anyone?
No complaining.
So Ryan says, hey, we should go to Colony 6, which is on the way to the mech base in Sword Valley. Also, don't even mind that the two remaining colonies are named 6 and 9.
69!
But they definitely might have seen their faced Mechon. So up the shin we go. We also customize our looks a little, because the game lets you change your armor for buffs and so on, with these ether gems you can smell together in this weird minigame. And as if this game didn't love me enough, yes, you can change the outfits of your look, no matter what armor you have. Yes, fashion gear is amazing, and my duo looked tremendous. Shulk still hated shirts, and Ryan wanted to be an anime cosplayer, and also joining the exclusive Horn Gang. Wait, Horn Gang? Oh my goodness, it's my turn then. Yes, limited to the month of July 2020. Get your Ramses Horn Gang shirts.
Huge horn.
Or two out there for ya? Well, how about some sly anime references? Or a big dumb monster girl waifu called Ramona? Yes, limited time only, will be gone forever afterwards. Check the link down below, okay, bye! Oh, that was weird. Anywho, we make the long journey with nothing really notable happening. Yes, nothing at all.
Spiders! Spiders!
Shulk also learns that both his parents were there on that expedition, but were found dead, and only he survived, like the Monado chose him. And as if to further drive home that idea, Shulk gets visions of a singer who says, "Use the force, Shulk." Wait, what? Yes, you heard me. Use the power of the Monado to save the future. Ooh. Bro, I gotta stop eating them no-con burgers before bedtime. Anyway, they reach the lake and have to cross Gower Plains, a huge open field with weak enemies. Like this thing, what the heck, it's so easy. I learnt my lesson. And so this next bit, well, I would like to go more in depth, but
I'm Juju.
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 you know.
Juju.
Well, more accurately, you save a kid called
Juju.
and his sister Sharla is ever so grateful. And I mean, her design is nice, but like, she really is the definition of average in personality. And she sort of has this thing with Ryan, even though her fiance is technically not dead. But yeah, it's just a two-way fight for Shulk, and I'd like to hurry it up to Melia, you know, for the thumbnail and all. So pretty much he's from Colony 6, but this other-faced Mechon called Zord is a hungry boy who eats Homs for dinner, but for breakfast and lunch he likes veggies. Well, we gotta stop him, and also meet this dude called Atharon.
Boy,
Boy!
And the whole point of this scene is to show how Shulk constantly gets visions of the future, like Atharon dying, but at the same time, is scared that what happened to Fiora might happen again since he couldn't change that future. But Ryan
Now it's Rhine time.
saves Atharon, letting Zord plunge to his death. Well, not really, because he comes back to life. But we win and he's like, heh, Shulk, there's a lot of mysteries in the world, and I'm not gonna tell you because I'm dead. So yeah, Shulk, just tell your friends about your visions and then they can help you change the future.
No!
What's wrong, Shulk?
You're all out to get me, especially that crazy Elvis I saw in my dream. Oh no, he's in front of me.
He's Rhine, Shulk.
Okay, maybe it was just my imagination. Well, the group leave, but are faced with that faced Mechon who has a metal face, and his name is Metal Face.
Juju!
But he's not alone, and has a voice too.
I can talk, all right.
And yet still, the Monado can't crack Metal Face. But what timing? It's almost like this is a JRPG. Out comes Dixon and Duncan, who now wields a sword made by the former that can cut through Mechon. Well, except for the faced ones. Damn, Duncan, you're really wielding that one-handed, eh? But without being able to defeat Metal Face, it seems all hope is lost again. Until this giant monster called a Telethia comes out of nowhere and scares off the machines. Shulk at the same time gets a vision where he sees him beating up Metal Face plus some bird people and then tells the others about it. Dixon says it's on a place called Prison Island at the head of the Bionis where the High Entia live, a very mysterious group of people. So that's where they go. Yes, all the way from the feet we go to the head. And what do we see? Well, one of the best looking areas ever in a video game. Seriously, Xenoblade has the best environments, I swear. So Dixon, Atharon, and
Juju!
leave, while the game cuts to a cutscene on Mechonis, you know, the other Titan, where a lady who resembles a character from Xenoblade X for no real reason is working on making a faced Mechon, calling her Lady Maynith. Anyway, the four make it through a forest where they find the one, the only, other waifu in the game named Melia. Yay. And so Sharla shoots her. I mean, shoots the air since she's technically a healer, and the kind Melia gives her thanks for saving her.
You're gonna be...
Get your hands off me!
Shulk, crying from the pain, runs away. Well, tries to.
I can't... go on.
And finds a Telethia and that crazy singer Elvis. Oh no, he's thrusting his hips. And also tells Shulk how to fight the Telethia. Haha, you suck. Let me show you how to use that sword. And yep, he's OP. He says that the Telethia can read minds.
They can read your mind.
Don't worry, mate. My tinfoil hat should stop that. Haha, what do you mean I'm crazy? Elvis then goes,
Spawn.
but Ryan comes charging in and he disappears.
There's no one here.
I'm telling you, he was right here. He even taught me how to unlock a new power from the Monado.
Okay. I believe you.
So Melia joins the team and she's got a stick. I mean, rifle, dual-wielding blade, stick. Who would you pick?
She's a bit high.
She says that she has to pass through this village and then onto a hometown at Eretz at the top of the Bionis. And alrighty, away we go. So up the group climb among the trees, away from the horrible, terrible monsters, till Shulk starts to feel a rumble in his belly. I think he misses Fiora's cooking, and especially those mouth-watering Nopon burgers. Wait, what's this? A Nopon village? Oh my goodness, there's so many. No, Shulk, no. So, thankfully Ryan
No
reined him
problem.
in and stopped Shulk going full caveman, because these are important characters to the plot.
Hum here! Hum here!
Hum who? Hum who?
Me want nibble hum hum.
Hum hum taste phew.
Well, importance is relative. We need their help to shoot us up ahead to the higher points of the Bionis. But I guess the game has to worm in some Melia Shulk time on the balcony, where she confesses her love, talks about how the Telethia killed her bodyguards, and she needs to defeat it to prove she's a capable bird lady.
Bird lady.
Shulk is like, hey, I learned some tricks from a dead singer. Maybe I can help? Melia, still worried that he's talking about his imaginary friend, reluctantly agrees for Shulk to help slay the beast. And the Chief Nopon also says how they'll send their Hero Pon, a Nopon of the highest warrior status, to help fight.
May I introduce Herapon Ricky!
Watch out!
Get off me! To you!
Right in the... Take this, furball!
Nice shot!
Furry volleyball.
Meet this year's legendary Herapon Ricky! Ricky live to serve!
Well, Ricky's already better than Tora and Tatsu, so I like him. No, Shulk, he's not food. So the bunch of jokers all head out to fight the giant Telethia. Seriously, what the heck is she doing? Alright, look left and right before crossing the river. Run away! Eventually the group find their missing Telethia, wait, wrong one, and manage to overblow it by stuffing its face full of ether, and also Melia dropkicking it. So we killed another creature to help us out on a mission. Yay! The gang all happy return back to the village and find that Ricky is a dad. A 40-year-old boomer dad with many kids. Well, I don't know how he can tell them apart, but at least he's trying to provide for his family. The little furball.
Ricky will. Okay.
Melia says to get to Prison Island, we need approval from the High Entia Emperor. So up we go to reach sea level. So like, how is the water floating? Is that a valid question to ask? Or is it dumb since this game has a talking, walking, dancing Nopon? Anyway, they see Prison Break Island. Yeah, I don't know what I expected. And spy next to it, the High Entia capital, Alcamoth. They teleport in where some guards go, "Milady," to Melia and take her away. And since our safety net is gone, the others come in to arrest us. It then cuts to Melia showing, wait, she's actually the daughter of the Emperor? It's not that shocking. I mean, she talks like this, of course she had to be royalty. So there's a lot of familial love in this bloodline, with pretty much the Emperor, the horny son of her, having multiple wives, one Entia and one human. Melia is half-blooded, meaning the pure Entias hate her, like this large lady and this other large lady. But as you'll see, this one, who is more important than the other one, thank you Twitch chat for correcting me on that, doesn't have eyes for anyone but the throne. And maybe Melia's brother, I don't know, like I said, it's complicated. So her dad is like, congratulations on slaying the beast, have a crown. Also, we arrested your friends. Her brother goes according to the prophecy, the message we found on a napkin at the local McDonald's. It says the Minado user will destroy the High Entia. Melia says, my future hubby Shulk would never do that. But the king goes, nope, my words and beard are final. I have sent a special investigator to investigate them. We then come back to the group and see that investigator. And it's Elvis? He's real? Elvis, our buddy, is like, lol, you're free to go. Explore this weird city. And by explore, I mean we have to do a bunch of side quests, including this extremely hard lizard man fight. I don't understand why there's so many of them. It's so hard, I can't even. And after definitely not looking up guides online and finding the best party setup, is that it's these mad lads and heavily cheesing the fight. Hey, it's what I do best. While then, the king and brother get Melia's crowning ceremony ready. And the most insane lady, Fanta, suggests to do the trial of the Tomb Raider, a ritual that killed many ancestors trying to prove their worth, but she has to cosplay as Lara Croft. Melia agrees except for the whole cosplay thing, and instead wears a mask. Yeah, sure, you'll definitely like that, Melia. Milf later tells her apprentice, Tyrea Skywalker, some lore dump pipe, how she hates humans and wants to eliminate Melia, saying to Tyrea to kill her and her friends. The others then come back to see the masked Melia give a speech before the cave exploring. Shulk then gets a vision that he will soon have a really fun time with someone on a beach, but also Melia dies at the tomb. Worried about her, they decide to save the bird lady, but are blocked by some ninjas.
Excuse me. We ordered room service an hour ago.
However, we win, and Elvis and Melia's brother Callian come in and are like, we should have taken care of that ourselves. Then Callian goes, look, I want to help my sister. The napkin McDonald's prophecy clearly states, no bird people may help. Duncan goes big brain and says, humans are not bird people, so we can save her. And I guess Elvis is human? I mean, obviously. And he guides them there. So on the journey, Shulk wants to know more about the king of rock and roll, and he says how he's from a long line of seers who can all see the future and use the Monado. Then we see Melia go ahead with a scanner saying, yep, she's a bird lady. And when the group reach that same spot, Ryan tries a nope, he's not a bird lady, and sets off the trap. Now can I say, I was so worried here that this would be one of those, Ryan gets annoyed at the whole group getting on his tail and leaves or something. No, they just yell at him for a bit and move on. Good job we're not doing a JRPG trope game. Anyway, while the group have to make their own way there, we see Melia go into the final area, where she speaks to an AI of the first Emperor, who says he is happy she is part human, because it will save the Entia in the end. This bamboozled the bird lady, but out of nowhere Tyrea attacks. The group then conveniently arrive, while another Telethia appears, meaning we have to fight them both. God, that was easy. So Tyrea disappears after Telethia explodes, and Melia is happy that everyone saved her. Anywho, they return and the dad is like, yo, that's crazy. Also, a year after my death, you'll be queen. No stress, no stress. Shulk is then called to the king later and he's like, boy, why do you want to kill the Mechon? Shulk goes, they got my waifu. Ah, yes, I too know the loss of a waifu. You see, my fourth wife died. Yeah, hurry up, old man. Fine. So the deal is that when the Mechons attack, they lower the ether levels on the Bionis. And he says how according to another prophecy he found on another napkin, this time at KFC, no, they don't eat bird people there, I asked, that the Monado will save everyone, and says, okay, you have permission to attack the Mechon. Shulk's like, I want to go to Prison Break Island first. And he responds that the bird people aren't allowed there, so that means no to you too. But also, hey, can you please marry my daughter? I need some more human genes in the bloodline, and yours look mighty fine and strong. Shulk, remembering his waifu is dead and never coming back, reluctantly agrees. We then cut to the Mechonis where the pear-shaped character known as Vinaya listens to someone order a strike on Prison Break Island, with faced Mechons including Metalface and the silver mech we saw talking to Vinaya earlier. They lead a force to attack Alcamoth. Shulk and the others having a picnic in Melia's garden get alerted by looking straight up. Oh no, the Mechon are attacking Prison Break Island! The king himself goes there to make a barrier, but in doing so awakes the secret. A chain giant naked man. Please don't be British, please don't be British.
How long has it been, Emperor?
Ah, blimey. The group then rush to the island.
Seals?
2 seals.
And find the 2 old men. The giant says his name is Zanza, the creator of the Monado, and says, boy, if you wanna win against the face Mechon, just let me boost that sword up a little, okay? Shulk agrees and the sword doesn't really change much. However, just as that's done, Metalface uses the sword of Longinus from an anime no one watched and kills Zanza. The trident has some properties that dissolve matter. Also, by the way, am I the only one who thinks Metalface really looks like that evil Digimon from the first movie? No. Anyone? Then the old man dies. I mean, Shulk had like 10 visions of this, so I'm sure he couldn't stop it. However, before Shulk can attack Metalface, the other mech attacks, and inside he finds the most shocking thing about the game. Inside the mech is a girl with a wig. But then she takes the wig off and it's Fiora, somehow alive. However, she doesn't remember her hubby Shulk and flies away with Metalface. Then we see the king give his final speech.
Heir to the Monado, I love you.
And kicks the bucket, meaning Melia is the queen. Elvis in the background whispers some things to the spirit of Zanza, but don't worry about that, don't worry. So Callian is like, well, my sister is too young and dumb to be the ruler, so I'll do it for a year till then. The others also discuss Fiora and how it was weird she doesn't remember them. Hey, at least she's still alive.
I used to believe my father did not love me.
Heir to the Monado, I love you.
Oh, Ricky's sad too, because of empty belly.
Ricky, we already ate. Us Homs don't get upset just because we're hungry.
Not hungry? Oh, Hum must have small bellies. Oh, Ricky jealous.
Callian then summons the group to say, alright, we are finally going to go on the offensive and attack the Mechon with the humans and Nopon. He also says how there's a report that Fiora was seen going to Galahad Fortress on the sword where we saw Duncan fight earlier. Elvis says he will guide them there and the gang all get ready while Charlotte goes to Melia when she's all alone and says, hey, you know I've been writing a fanfic about shipping you and Shulk, so like don't lose, okay? I need this. And you wonder why people don't like her.
Juju.
We then cut to the fortress with Fiora's mech being repaired, with the voice of Lady Maynith coming out of her, amazed that Zanza was still alive. Well, not anymore. And she says how she loves Shulk, but doesn't know why and wants to see him again. Metalface sees this and also remembers, wait, isn't that Duncan's sister? Weird how you seem to have a thing for Duncan. I mean, don't we all? So down the arm we go. A very, very cold place.
I could go for a hot cup of dick.
Also, it's slippery.
Alright!
Oh no, not the spiders!
We can't hold out much longer.
We're not gonna lose that easy. Time. We're under too much pressure here.
Hang in there. Don't give up.
Dumb spiders. However, here they are confronted by Fiora, who doesn't call Shulk by his pet name, instead saying he's the heir to the Monado. But then...
Wielder of the Monado, there is a matter I must speak to you about.
Fiora! What was that?
And he takes her hostage, telling Shulk to give him the Monado for her life. Shulk obviously agrees, and out pops the one, the only, a man with a wig. But then he takes the wig off and it's Mumka. Yeah, you know that dude who ran away in the opening? I know it's hard to remember, but it's him. And it kinda explains the whole hatred for Duncan thing. Melia is like, lol, No, and blast him with ether, allowing Shulk to grab the sword before we fight the man. However, halfway through the fight, a whole lot of faced Mechon drop from the sky, along with this golden one, who says his name is Egil, the leader of the Mechonis. Well, gee, what a show off. He ignores the group's questions, grabs Monka, Fiora, and leaves. Well, I guess we gotta keep traveling down to Sword Valley with
Dixon,
who says hi, then bye, leaving with Elvis. Oh, that was pointless. Anyway, they arrive at the fortress, breaking their way through. Very easily, mind you. Yes, nothing will stop Shulk getting revenge for his waifu. But inside they find this green goo, which is the extracted ether from the Bionis. The mechs put it into their weapons to disintegrate life forms. Come on guys, there's no time for a swim.
We're under too much pressure here.
Don't give up. I'm right next to you.
Also, by the way, since we are nearing the end here, I want to mention in case I miss some aspects of the game and you want my opinion on them, I do stream 3 times a week over on Twitch, and you can come over there and ask me what I think on Xenoblade, and who I think is best girl, although you probably should know that by now. Anyway, back to the base, where Mumka appears and we fight again, but easily win this time, allowing Duncan to get his revenge. But Shulk goes, no, we don't kill humans, only bad machines. However, fate doesn't care, and kills him for us.
Not like this!
Anywho, who cares about him? The group goes in and find Egil and Fiora waiting to fight. However, Fiora, like the real one, you know, with the Peppa Pig voice, tells Mainith, who I guess is in control of her body, to help her hubby Shulk. And so Mainith breaks free to attack the golden mech. However, Egil stops this and is like, come on. Really? You're turning against me? Fine. The next space mech I'm making, I'm wiping its memories, okay? But then Mainith goes full power crazy mode, destroying most of the fortress.
Fiora!
Together they fall, along with the rest of the gang, all the way down to their deaths. And that's the end of Xenoblade Chronicles 1. But wait a minute, my footage says there's still a half of the game to go, including the DLC expansion. But YouTube has locked this up behind a 3K like goal. I'm sorry, but it do be how it be though. So you know what to do. If you want the final part to this game about the British boy's love for his waifu, and nope on burgers.
Barbecue.
I'd even eat an up on if it tasted good.
Man, I think Fiora would have liked it too.
Trojan, Ramses, Magnum, Chic.